Kiza Puja or Bhai Tika. Tihar, marking the culmination of Yama Panchak, observes Bhai Tika or Kiza Puja, dedicated to worshipping brothers. It falls on Kartik Shukla 2nd, signifying the bond between brothers and sisters. While it's known as Kiza Puja, the tradition extends to daughter and sisters who have married away, where their brothers and nephews are also worshipped. Pupu or parental aunt and married sisters await this day to perform the puja, while similar rituals are observed by mothers, sister-in-law, daughter-in-law and wives in their respective homes. There are striking similarities between the style of Ma Puja and Kiza Puja, with the main difference being that in Ma Puja, Noki or the head woman conducts the puja, whereas in Kiza Puja, Fufu and sisters perform it, worshipping all brothers and nephew akin to Ma Puja. Legend in Hinduism recounts the story of Yamaraj's sister Yamuna, who fervently worshipped her brother for 5 days during Tihar. Pleased with her devotion, Yamaraj granted her a boon, promising not to separate a brother from his sister until the oil marked dry, the walnut was wet, and the betel nut withered. This is why the 5-day Tihar festival is known as Yama Panchak. On this day, sisters pray for their brothers' well-being, garlanding them with velvet and wishing for a long life and prosperity. There is also a legend that surrounding Bhai Tika recounts the instance when Yamaraj's messenger arrived to take away a girl's brother. According to the messenger, her brother has reached the destined age, signifying an impending death. However, the girl requested the messenger to wait until she finished performing the Tika ritual. During this ritual, she kept the messenger by her side and worshipped him as well. Grateful for her reverence, the messenger refrained from taking her brother and granted her a boon, believed to depict how a sister's love can avert her brother's death. There is also a legend that on the 5th day of Yama Panchak, Yamaraj visited his sister, and as a gift, she requested to annually worship and apply Tika to her brother in the same manner. This signifies the enduring bond between brother and sisters, commemorated through Bhai Tika or Kiza Puja. During Bhai Tika, there is a tale where Yamaraj and Dharmaraj, representatives of death, visited to take the brother's life. However, instead of taking his life, they accepted the elder sister's prayer and blessed the brother, permitting him to sit above and below their position. At the conclusion of Bhai Tika, the act of putting salt in dahi chura or curd and beaten rice while serving a special kind of food represents more than a simple act. It signifies the sister's plea for blessing. In Nepali society, girls traditionally get married and move to their husband's household. This transition to an unfamiliar environment underscores the significance of brothers as protectors. Regardless of the environment, brothers are believed to be the guardians who can offer support and protection to their sisters, preserving this role in Nepali society. Similar to Ma Puja, Mandap is also created during Kiza Puja. Mandap, made by mixing turmeric with rice flour, serves as a symbol and is utilized for purification and wardening of negative energy. Presently, instead of turmeric, different colors is commonly used. Mandap represents the universe, and the process involves creating mandaps, one in the image of favorite deity on the top and 2 mandaps for worshipping Yamadut and Sivadut as witnesses. Water is used for purifying it, forming law mandal. Oil, symbolizing longevity, is utilized since it does not dry quickly. After preparation, abir or colored powder is sprinkled. Each element or step represents a unique symbolic value. Manda Puja signifies the worship of the entire universe and creation. Khelu Ita Puja represents the worship of the inner light or the soul. Ma Puja symbolizes the worship of human values, self-recognition, and respect for oneself. A red powder tika symbolizes the wish for a bright life. Siswa, a ritual aimed at being productive and fruitful. Clothes represent the desire not to be deprived of essential needs such as clothing. Different flowers suggest for wishing for a sweet and pleasant life. Ek saga or Khe Sagu, symbolic representation of the 5 elements with specific objects. Nia, aquatic fish symbolizing water. La, flesh of land creature symbolizing the earth. Khe and Ek symbolizing the sky. Muguko Vara represents stability or grounding. Ela or wine symbolizing energy or vitality. Bhai Tika, akin to Ma Puja, involves the worship of Yamaraj, Yamuna, Chitragupt, and Chiranjeevi. In this ritual, sisters create a mandap where brothers are invited to participate and worship. While Bhai Tika typically involves sisters worshipping their brothers, there are occasions where sisters also receive worship from their brothers. The mandap for Bhai Tika follows a circular pattern. Each brothers has their own pavilion, and there are two separate pavilions designated for the deities. Nowadays, perforated paper is available in mandap shapes for convenience. The mandap is adorned with yellow and red colors predominantly, but can also include other colors to enhance its attractiveness. Akshata or rice grains, lava, black soybeans, mas, a type of grain, and various flowers are arranged within the mandap. Items like jajanka, ita or lamp, amala, walnut, and incense lamp are placed in the pavilion designated for the deities. The ritual begins as brothers sit in front of their respective pavilions within the mandap. Worship typically starts with offering yellow and red tika, followed by flowers to Ganesh in Sukunda, a specific type of lamp. Subsequently, the focus turns to the pavilions where the sisters perform the puja. Lamps hold particular importance in Bhai Tika. The Keluita, lamp made of cloth or thread, is lit by the sister and then worshipped with akshata and flowers before being handed to the brothers. This lamp is considered symbolic of life and should remain lit until the sagun mixed with curd and banana is consumed, marking the end of the puja. During the ritual, sisters apply water to their brothers' hair, anoint their ears with oil, and adorn them with various flowers and prasad or religious offering, walnut, and mixed fruit, which is known as gwalla. Gwalla involves touching the kumbha, forehead, knees, and then performing the act of gwalla. Bimiro, prepared by sisters, a garland of 100-petaled flowers, a garland of betel leaves, and jajanka are offered to brothers as a part of the ritual. Additionally, omens are given to brothers, including egg, wine, fish, and bara, a type of food, following the application of Akshatas Tika. In recent times, Newars have also adopted the tradition of wearing Saptarangi Tika, influenced by teaching from other castes. As a part of the ceremony, sisters present sweets, various prasad, and fruits to their brothers. Brothers reciprocate by offering gifts, cash, or other items according to the tradition and customary practices. After consuming the sagun, the bimiro from the sagun is rolled 3 times in the mandap and the lamp is extinguished. Following this, brothers and sisters conclude the puja by enjoying the tihar feast or way together. Sisters typically offer food items such as walnuts, kattus, masala, and sell roti to their brothers, who in turn show their respect by presenting clothes and dakshina or monetary offerings as token of goodwill to their sisters. In Newar society, there exists a distinctive custom surrounding the worship of goddess Lakshmi, which occurs on the day following Kiza Puja. Contrary to practices in other communities where offerings are made to goddess Lakshmi, this tradition is prohibited in Newar society. Instead, Lakshmi is worshipped with flower sagun, curd sagun, fruit sagun, and bimiro offerings that were presented in the mandap during the previous rituals. On the day following Bhai Tika, offerings including fruit sagun, egg sagun, green vegetables, meat, curd, spices, and sweets are dedicated to goddess Lakshmi. After performing Lakshmi Puja, it is customary to invite daughter-in-law and nieces, distributing the prasad to the entire family while offering prayers to the goddess by saying Lakshmi Diya Kokagegu. Following the Lakshmi Puja, different traditions are observed within families. Some members eat a complete meal or bhoj after applying tika, while others opt for a simpler meal or bhaji. Thank you.